Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really getting into the latest developments with the Pi network, specifically their big push towards what they're calling a Web3 revolution. We're basing this on some recent updates highlighting these, well, game-changing apps they've launched.
Exactly. And our goal here is to kind of unpack how Pi Network is trying to move beyond just being a currency, become a platform for actual real-world applications, building this decentralized economy.
Right.
So the big question we're asking is, what does this really mean for the digital future they're painting for all of us, the users?
Okay, let's dive in. So Pi network seems to be entering this new phase of decentralization. It's marked by these new apps they've rolled out. First one is called Betogo.
Yeah.
The idea is like booking travel anywhere in the world using your Pi. No banks, no borders, supposedly.
Yeah, and that's pretty interesting because it directly tackles the old way of booking travel. It's not just potentially saving money. It's about removing those central payment systems. That could be huge, especially for international travel where fees can really bite.
Right, that could change things quite a bit. Okay, next one they're highlighting is Dabia Mall. They're calling it the first decentralized e-commerce platform powered by Pi. So, shopping, paying with Pi, global shipping, and again, no banks or hidden fees mentioned.
That no banks or hidden fees part is key, I think. If you connect the dots, it points towards more direct peer-to-peer transactions. It could mean more financial freedom, maybe more transparency for users globally. But, the big hurdle is always going to be getting enough merchants on board and building user trust, especially in a crowded space like e-commerce.
That's a fair point. Adoption is crucial. Okay, then there's ChatGPT for Pi, an AI assistant right inside the Pi ecosystem for business, education, getting answers. But wait, ChatGPT itself is centralized, isn't it? How does that square with a decentralized vision?
Yeah, that's a good question. So while the core AI model, ChatGPT, is centralized, the idea seems to be about the integration, making powerful AI tools accessible using Pi currency right within their network. It's kind of leveraging existing tech to add value for users even while they build out their own decentralized parts.
Ah, okay, I see the angle there. And the last of these four big ones is WorkforcePool. They're calling it the first global freelance marketplace on Pi. Work anywhere, get paid directly in Pi. Again, the promise is no borders, no fees.
And when you look at these four together, travel, shopping, AI, freelancing, you really start to see the shape of this decentralized economy they're aiming for. Phrases like no banks, no borders, they're not just buzzwords. They signal a system designed to cut out the middlemen. The goal seems to be more direct, cheaper, and truly global interactions for everyone involved, putting power, financial and professional, back in the user's hands.
And it's actually bigger than just these four. The sources say the Pi Mainnet now has 12 cutting-edge apps running. Just to give a quick flavor of the variety, there's Fruity Pie, sounds like a game for earning Pi rewards. What You Got for managing personal data, Map of Pi to see the community globally, Care for Pi for health, and even something called Latin Chain, which looks like a technical layer for building more apps on Pi.
Yeah, see, that wider list really reinforces the whole vision. Pi isn't just trying to be another digital coin, it's aiming to be a real Web3 revolution.
Hmm.
And Web3, in this context, means moving away from today's big centralized platforms towards decentralized ones where users have more control. So this mix of apps, travel, shopping, AI, work, health, gaming, it's all meant to put that digital future in your hands by creating practical everyday uses within a decentralized framework.
Right. So wrapping up this deep dive, the takeaway seems to be that Pi Network is really positioning itself as this whole Web3 ecosystem. It's moving way past just being a currency, building out this suite of connected applications.
Exactly. And that leaves us with a thought for you, the listener. What if an ecosystem like this, widespread, integrated, decentralized, actually catches on, especially for people who've been maybe waiting for Web3 to feel more practical? How could it fundamentally change things like travel, shopping, work, even how we use AI? Something to think about.